How's everybody doing? Okay, so this is the March update on the layout. I thought maybe I should have a monthly update just to keep everybody up to speed on what's going on with the Glover Road diorama here. And for those of you that have been following along closer to the beginning, it seems a lot longer than what it should be. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, these types of things you can take as long as you want, but it really has evolved quite a bit, this layout, from when I really began the initial push on it back in May of 2020. If you go back there and just have a look at a few short videos, I did a lot of really short ones back then. You can see how far it's come along and how it's changed and evolved a little bit as well. You can see I added the Dairy Queen sign back on. I fixed that. I'm going to keep it. I like that little splash of red down there in the corner, just in behind the fruit tree there. And then I added another tree right here. And since I'm talking about trees, I know that this series has taken on a little bit longer than I planned. But, sometimes it's the areas that we work the hardest on that give back the greatest impact. And I really like, this grove of trees and how it's evolved. And I added the smaller one. I got a few other ones. I was thinking of tucking a few really small ones along here and then do the blackberry bush along the base of the fence. And then I had a little bit of a boo-boo with the vacuum. I was cleaning up these trees. There was a lot of, they're quite dry. And so I sucked out a lot of the inner static grass, like the 12 mil and stuff, and I kind of like them now. They're a little more thinned out. But unfortunately, I got down in this area here and the outhouse got sucked up. I was going to glue it down too, right? With epoxy because of that very thing. And sure enough, right? So I had to pull the vacuum bag out. And you know what? That's a horrible experience. And I managed to find it, and I saved it, but I tore the door off. Maybe I'll leave the door off of it or something. I don't know. Because actually, this grain elevator now, it's actually almost abandoned now. Like, I feel really kind of sad about that, like the original one. Um, but I'm going to upgrade it to the 3 bins at the rear, like I mentioned earlier on version 2 with the cell tower when I modeled that particular site. So that'll get re-enrayed, but it's getting pushed out. The trees are shoving it more to the right here. And then I have the photo ready. I'm going to cut that out. But like I say, there's a few trees I have left, like the old growth feature tree I'm working feverishly on to get finished, so that I can move on to some of this other stuff in this ugly corner. But I'm trying to hide some of this building away with more trees here. There's a couple more I built that I'm kind of liking. Those ones were 12 mil and just 4 mil. That was it. Like I say about the static grass, get the 12 mil, 7 mil, 4 mil, and 2 mil, and you're good to go with the wire and glue and stuff like I mentioned, and you'll have all the materials you need to build as many trees as you'd like, right? So I'm getting there. I'm getting down to this end, and I'm looking forward to it. And then I'm going to make another pass, probably, on lower shrubs and bushes and some other details, as many of you actually have mentioned about that. So yeah, so I haven't had too much time to do any running. But it's how it is. Every once in a while you can squeeze in a little lop now and again. And of course then there's the new locomotives that are coming out, which I was kind of thinking about getting another locomotive, but I do have one that I'm planning on actually kit bashing, the BC Rail Dash 9. And now, sure enough, what's happening is Athearn apparently is coming out with Dash 9s now, finally with the proper window, right? The proper windows that the Canadian version cabs had. Took them how long? And I'm already planning on kit bashing one on my BC Rail unit, so I'm going to go ahead with that anyway. So on the side, I'm going to kit bash and scratch up a BC Rail-9. And then of course there's those SD60Ms that are coming out, you know, with the Burlington Northern, you know, the Triclops, which fit this 2010 period I was thinking of, but I don't know, you know, I'm kind of on the fence about that. But anyway, just thought I'd give you a little update there, and I hope you've all been encouraged some. And are you getting on the layout? Are you working on your layout, or are you, because you got to get off of YouTube eventually and do some work on the layout, right? Anyway, so there you go. The March update 2021.